Hello everybody, welcome to Lenny D Draws. I'm Lenny. Today I'm going to teach you how to render skin, the face skin specifically. That's all I'm going to be doing today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get right into it. There are the faces, alright? These are the faces I'm going to be rendering today as an example for y'all, for what I'm doing, the rendering. Step 1. You gotta do the base color. Step 1, base color. Boom. I already chose the colors. I'm so far ahead. When you start off rendering, or when you start wanting to draw the face or color it and what have you, you gotta start with a base color. You can't render unless you have a base color. That's what you gotta start with. You gotta start there. You gotta focus on the big stuff and then move to little details. You can do this really in any order, I guess. But what I like to do next is the blush. So let's start with this dude over here. Here's this guy, right? So to find the blush color, you take the color of their skin. What I like to do is, see over here in this color wheel? What I like to do is move it down a little bit and then make it just a little more saturated. So then, when you add the color to the cheeks, this is where I usually like to, and this all varies, alright? I just want to let you know that what I'm doing, how I'm teaching you to render the skin, varies from person to person. You don't have to do everything that I do. It's just how I do it. So I'm teaching you how I render skin. You can do it in like any way, really. Like, this is just me teaching you how I do it. So do not take any of this to heart if you do it differently or if you've seen somebody else say different. Yeah, continuing. This is where I like to do the blush. I like to do it like under the nose, and the inside of the ears, and the cheeks, like that. See? Good. Let's move on to this one. So what you're gonna do, again, take the skin color, move it down, and make it a little more saturated. Also, it varies from person to person. Like, it's not even just an artistic thing. Some people have blush in different spots. Like, some people have it more towards the eyes and over here. I kind of have it just all over. So let's do it for this lady. This lady can have just very rosy cheeks. And I will clean this up later. This is just a quick little thing. This guy, make the skin color, move the color down a bit, more saturated. So, step 2. Blush. Now step 3. Step 3 is to add some color change. Color differentiation. Color change. Yeah. Okay. Step 3. Color change is what I call it. I can't think of the word of it right now. So that's what I'm going to be using. Color change. So, this first guy. So what I mean, first, by color change, is in different areas in your face, there's different colors, you know? So, like in the middle of the face, like I did already, you blush. Like this area, this area right here is like all for blush. It's gonna be more red, more tinted. Your forehead is gonna be a little more yellow because there's less blood there. And then in this area, like your mouth, especially for guys, it's gonna have like a little bit more of a blue tint. You know why, especially for guys? Beards or whatever. People have facial hair, so it's gonna seem a little more blue. So if you add blue to that area of the face, it gives them more of like a 5 o'clock shadow. And some guys have it more than others, some women have it more than others. It's just, again, a style choice and what that person looks like. So, over here, move up a little bit. This one don't change as much as the blush. And then, so move it up a little bit towards the yellow and move it down just a smidge. Like that. See something you can barely see. It's not very noticeable. I also like to do it on the nose up here, and then a little bit on the ears. Like that. And then, you're going to take the skin tone again. You're going to move it down like you did with the blush, but this time even further, make it a little less saturated. And then lightly go over the areas you want to be 5 o'clock shadowed. Like so. And then once you're done adding all the different rendering things, or all the first colors, you can blend. And you can try doing this on a separate layer, so like a base color layer and then a separate one, because if you do that, you can do this. You can see the before and after of the rendering, and that is one of my favorite parts. I have come accustomed recently to rendering. I've grown quite fond of it recently, and it's really fun. Like, you should totally try doing it. If it's scary, you should do it. Other styles also, sometimes they don't blend it. Like, I drew a guy recently, and I like him a lot. Like, I think it looks pretty cool. Do I have him open? Hold on, I'll show you. This guy, I drew this guy recently. And as you can see, it's not as blended as I'm doing now. See, like, you can see the different brush strokes. Like, it doesn't always have to be perfectly blended. It's just, depends on your style and your mood, because like, I can do anything I wanna, I don't have to stick to a certain set of rules. I usually do. It doesn't mean I have to. Take a look at these guys. They're looking more and more rendered by the second. Moving on to step 4. Highlights. These are very fun. So this guy first. We'll do you, sir. Alright. So with darker skin tones, hold on, I'm gonna school you real quick. Hold on one moment. So, let's say you have like a dark brown sphere, right? And then you also have a really, really light sphere, that. If you shine a really hard light at it, one is going to be a lot different. You see it? That's the same color. It just looks a lot lighter on the darker skin tone, because that's how reflections work. If you shine a light on a piece of paper, say you have a white piece of paper, you shine a light on it, it's not going to look all that different because it's a white piece of paper. But if you took a black piece of paper and shined a light on it, it'd be much different, much more reflective, of light. So yeah, that was my little lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. You take their skin tone, go up a bit for more yellow look, and you snatch a color like in this area, for this guy, for this dude, this skin tone. And you can try it different ways too. Like, you don't have to stick to a thing once you grab it. So like, sometimes I grab a more saturated color, and then maybe I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a little bit desaturated. See, like I just did. I'm going to actually desaturate it just a little bit, like up here instead. See, I think that looks better. Highlights are going to be here, along your cheeks here, some on your chin, and over your forehead. So that's what I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do it. On the cheeks, it's gonna be a little smaller, like that. Your nose is gonna be about like there. And then on your chin, it's gonna kind of go like that a little bit. And then as you're doing this, you can blend. Or not blend, depending on what mood you're in, or on how you render things. Because you can do whatever. Look at the line art even. The line art's different. It doesn't have to be the same. This guy. Hey, this dude. Okay. More yellow. Go a little more down over this one. Right? This guy's got like a little scrunch nose thing going on. So like, you can add it like that to add the effect of a scrunch. I kind of did this guy like this on purpose. Make him a little more, I don't want to say harder. Like, I didn't make him harder to render. It's just it's a little bit more of a challenge because it's more intricate and there's more wrinkles. That's a good word for it. There's more wrinkles. More wrinkles that you have to keep in mind when you're rendering. See? Like that. There's that guy. Highlights or whatever. And then some on the ears up here. A little rolled down here. There's a little chin. His cheeks. Alright. Step 5. Shadows. Alright, how I've been doing shadows recently, I've been taking their blush color and just making it just a little darker. And it's been working for me So you want to add them in the corners of the eyes over here. So like this area where like your brow goes over, it casts a shadow like here. Right there about. And again, I'm gonna keep saying it, it varies for some people, or some styles. It doesn't have to be the same. And then the nose, I saw this from Ben Eblin. He's my favorite artist, and you should check him out. You just do it on like the rim area of your nose, because from when it gets lower, it like glows almost, you know, subsurface scattering. Google it. And then underneath the lip, I like to do here. And this guy is smiling, so what I do here, like when you smile, there's shadows here. So you're gonna add shadows there as well. And then here, the nose area, between these parts like that, I like to add some shadow just to give it some contrast. Contrast between the light happening over here and the light on the nose. And then in this area, this guy has quite the jawline, so we're just gonna give him some of that action. Right? It's really cool. I like it. Okay, you, young lady, snatch her blush color, the blush color, and make it a little darker. And hers isn't gonna be as dark. It's gonna be a little less saturated though. I'm gonna keep that in mind too. And under your, like the under eyelid here, this casts a shadow. There. I am missing a few things. Not missing, but like I keep like accidentally going over. Like you're supposed to have like highlights over your eyelid too, and I will add that back. I will tell you as I'm doing it, but I'm just letting you know now. And then underneath the eyeshadow, there's more highlight. It also helps contrast. So, shadows. Take blush color, make darker, and add shadows. This guy is going to be like on the side of the nose to add contrast between the light of the nose and the cheek area. Add some shadow in the nose crease thing. Add some shadow here. Here shadow. There shadow. Everywhere. Shadow, shadow. The wrinkle area, just do it a little bit. Just very lightly above the highlights there. And then under the eye again, like that. It's so simple. It's so effective. I like it. I like it a lot. I like doing it. It's very fun. It's one of my favorite things to do. Shadows are my favorite. I say it like almost every video. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I like shadows. Now, last but not least, I shall show you how to do lips. I take the shadow, make that the color of the top lip, like so. Maybe even darken it just a little bit actually. Darken it if you wanna. I think I should darken it, so I darkened it. For African Americans or people with really dark skin tones, their bottom lip is usually lighter than the top one. So just take that color and just move it down over here a little bit. And go like that. And then do yourself a little blend in there. Simple. And you can even take the top lip color, make it a little darker towards the bottom, like it's casting a shadow on itself. Shadow for the top lip and blush for the bottom. Then go ahead, take that shadow color, a little over there, a little bit under in this area. Boom shakalaka, I say. Boom. Yeah, that's how you render the skin. Isn't that cool? And that neat. Yeah. Pretty neat. I will say I'm pretty proud of this. I like the way it looks. Yeah. If you want to see me do their hair, like hair rendering, I can do that too. I can show you how I render hair as well. Also, I almost forgot. I'm going to start posting twice a week since it is summer and I don't have school to do. So I'm going to be posting on Tuesdays, I think. I'll tell you if that changes, but I'm thinking Tuesdays and Fridays still. I'll see if it changes though. I might. I don't know. But so far, Tuesdays and Fridays. Starting next week is when I'm going to post videos for the summer. Yeah. So that's it. If you want to see more of me, more of what I do, or more of really anything here, you should subscribe. If you like the video, you should like the video. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you want to see hair rendering or rendering of any other kind. Like, I can do clothes, I can do whatever, what have you. See you next time. Goodbye.